Yeah, dude, I don't even know how to start this video. This might, I genuinely don't know how to start this video, man. But today we got a story that was submitted to me last night. I was going through my Instagram inbox, which if you want to submit stories, go to Instagram, look up Connor Pugs and DM me your story. I was going through my inbox and I found a story that said simply, the first line was, "Kid tries to sacrifice me to Skibidi toilet." And I just knew at that very second that that had to be the story that we told today. Today I got a story for you guys submitted last night of a kid who tries to sacrifice the subscriber to Skibidi toilet. In a whole ritual type thing, it's actually the most insane thing ever. I know you guys will enjoy the story, so I ask that you sit back, relax, leave a like on the video right now to claim your free nothing. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are watching this and you are not already subscribed. If you want to get your free cringe goggles to survive this story, you need to be subscribed. With that being said, let's just jump right into it. Yeah, so anyways, we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Will. So this happened extremely recently, meaning like a week ago, and I just got this story last night. There's been my whole inbox has been absolutely flooded with these Skibidi toilet kids. So if you don't know, Skibidi toilet basically is like this thing on YouTube. It's like this, it's this whole show, meme type, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But what is important is that there's a whole bunch of kids who've basically been infected by the Skibidi virus, basically. By the way, if you like the Skibidi toilet, that's fine, man. I actually genuinely don't care. Like, you're allowed to like what you want. But please don't be sacrificing anyone, including me, to Skibidi toilet, man. Like, I swear, if I walk in my dorm room and I see one of you guys with like a 10-inch knife saying like, "Hey man, sorry, but your time has come. It's time for you to be actually sacrificed to Skibidi toilet," then, you know, that's where I've gone wrong. But anyways, this story all starts a couple weeks ago. The whole thing goes down about a week ago, but it starts a couple weeks ago. So in the subscriber Will, in his class, there's a kid who we're going to call Ben, which, if you're new to the channel, you're probably confused why every single Skibidi toilet, riggy, hater, cringy kid, whatever, they're always called Ben. That's just kind of a meme on the channel at this point. I was just really lazy with naming people, and I always call the secondary character Ben, and it kind of just became a meme. Anyways, we're going to call this kid Ben. So this kid Ben was actually quite a normal kid before this summer happened. I mean, it's not as if that Will and Ben were like boys, super tight, like they were the closest people ever. Like, that's definitely not true. Like, you're definitely right by saying that they weren't the closest people ever. However, Will tells me that Ben was actually a pretty normal kid before this summer happened. Yeah, so basically over the summer, there was a rise in popularity of the Skibidi toilet, whatever meme show type thing with like the 50,000 part episode on like the Boom Guy, whatever's channel, like the Gmod thing. Anyways, that's not important. Basically, this kid, Ben, who is a fairly normal kid, by the way, they were in 4th grade before, now they're in 5th grade. Over the summer, he literally spent like 8 hours a day just watching Skibidi toilet on his iPad, like literally just 8 hours per day. Like, some might say that if that was forced upon another person to force them to watch that for 8 hours a day for an entire summer, some might say that actually breaks the Geneva Convention. However, it doesn't if you do it to yourself, man. I mean, you're allowed to waterboard yourself, I think, right? I don't know, man. Anyways, right? Don't quote me on that. Anyways, though, so when this kid came back, similar to some of the other Skibidi toilet kids, literally the second he came back, they were all sitting in class, and Ben was a little bit late. So he enters in on the first day into the room, and he's immediately like, "Skibidi bop bop bop, yes yes, Skibidi bop bop beep beep, Skibidi bop bop bop," like just for the entire class. The entire class. And the thing is, like, for the first day, Ben sat kind of towards the back of the class, and Will is always kind of sitting towards the back of the class, and Will's the type of guy, he does his homework, bro, he does what he needs to do, but, you know, he's also going to chill in class. He might want to go on his phone. He might want to talk to the boys, right? So Will's not necessarily going to be up in the front, you know, paying attention to everything, which, like, low-key guys, you definitely should. Please pay attention to school. But Will admittedly doesn't do that much, so he just happened to be in the back of the class. And yes, this kid Ben was literally going, "Skippy bop bop bop, yes," for the entire class, dude. Like, genuinely the entire class. Like, when I say the entire class, I don't mean most of the class. I don't mean some of the class. I don't mean like part of the class. I genuinely mean the entire class, man. Like, genuinely the entire class. Like, he was just every freaking second, bro. Every second. Yeah, so Will normally doesn't sit like it doesn't sit in the middle. Like you know how there's kind of like in between the front and the back, there's kind of like a middle section where you're not like fully paying attention, but you can't be goofing off fully like you can in the back. Will actually started to sit in the middle section for this class because the one class he had with Ben, because every single day Ben would come in and just be like skippy bop 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 skippy bop bop beep. And he was too far in the back for the teacher to notice or overhear because he wasn't like screaming it, he was muttering it under his breath. Like it actually, like by the end of 2 weeks into school, there were almost no kids sat in the back of the class, and if they did, they sat as far away from Ben as possible because it was actually like it was almost like water drip torture, bro. Like it's not that bad at first, but then if you just hear that for days and days and days, you actually will go clinically insane. This is a proven fact. It's called Skibidi Bop toilet torture methods. It's probably one of the most heinous torture methods out there. It is extremely illegal, and you will be punished with 100,000 years in jail if you perform that on someone else, because it's actually the worst thing you can do to another human being. Guys, I am not joking. Anyways, right, so this story, that's just like a little bit of context so you guys understand what I mean when I say Ben is a skibidi toilet kid. I just want to be as absolutely as clear as possible. Okay, 2 weeks ago, Friday. So okay, so it's like Friday, they're about to go back. And so anyways, it's, Friday is always vibes. Everyone loves it. Like, you're thinking about, all right, I'm going to chill with the boys on the weekend. Like, it's going to be a good time, right, man? So anyways, Will, the subscriber, is at his locker getting his stuff. He's talking to his boy, Alex, and Alex is like, hey, man, I'll see you tonight, because they were going to, like, I don't know, Alex was going to come over, and a couple other boys were going to come over. They're going to be playing some Lego Star Wars on the Wii. Like, you already know it's about to be a valid time. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, though, so Will now is just kind of like at his locker by himself, and it's almost like a little spooky. Like, I'm going to try and set the scene a little bit, man. It's almost like a little bit spooky. Like, there's, what am I trying to say? Like, it was like no one else was in that, like, the hallway, because it was enough past the time the bell is rung that enough kids have gone. It's not like no one's in the building. It's not like 2 a.m. or something, right? But it's enough past time that it's, I don't know, man. It's like, it's kind of eerie. And then, so Will's kind of just at his backpack, at his locker, taking stuff out of his locker, putting into his backpack. He throws his backpack on over his shoulder, turns around, boom! He's immediately face to face with Ben, not the Minecraft kid. I made 1,000 Minecraft kid videos. I'm so used to saying that. Boom! He's turned face to face with the Skibidi Bop toilet kid, Ben. And remember, him and Ben aren't friends. It's not as if that they're arch enemies. Like, it's not as if that they're, like, the opposition, bro. It's not as if, like, when he's like, all right, man, these are the people. Like, he's not going to be, bro. What I'm trying to say is, like, they're not. They don't hate each other. They just don't hang out. So it's very weird. It's immediately super weird. And Ben, it looks like bro's possessed, bro. It looks like he's actually being possessed by a demon. Dude actually looks like he's been, I don't know, converted. Like, dude, it's so weird. Anyways, so Will's like, what's up? Because Ben is, like, he turns around. Remember, like, this is startling because Will doesn't realize that anyone is in, like, the hallway with him. And all of a sudden he turns around. Ben is, like, literally 6 inches away from his feet, dude. Like, it's actually insane. He's actually away from his feet, away from his face. He's actually 6 inches away from his face and just breathing. And he has this, like, little smile or whatever. It's really freaking creepy, dude. It's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, Will's like, yo, like, dude, like, honestly, I don't know what I would say in that situation. I genuinely don't know what actually anyone would say in that situation. It's not really a situation it's not really a situation I find myself in that often, if I'm being honest, man. Anyways, though, so yeah, all Ben does is he looks at him with a smile, and then very, like, quietly, he's like, skippity bop bop bop, yes, skippity bop bop, beep beep. And Will is like, dude, what the fuck? Dude, what? Huh? Like, dude, I'm genuinely so lost right now. Like, I am genuinely more lost than I've been in, like, all of my math classes, bro. I'm actually so confused. So Will's like, all right, bro, peace. See you Monday. And all you hear is, like, Ben looking at him, staring with a smile. It's like, skippy pop pop pop, yes, skippy pop pop beep beep. And, like, Will gets out of there. He's like, hell no, bro, I'm out of here, bro. So anyways, Will's kind of walking out of there, and he's just like, the weirdest thing ever. So anyways, at the sleepover or whatever, he kind of brings up that whole thing, And his friends were like, dude, that's weird. And Alex was like, bro, like, that's really weird, bro. Like, that's really strange. Because Will was hoping that they were going to say, oh, no, the kid's being weird. Like, you're getting nervous over nothing, man. You're getting nervous over nothing, which, I mean, you guys know the title of this video. Very clearly, he's not getting nervous over nothing, per se. Yeah, so, anyways, yeah, he was really hoping that, like, his friends would say, oh, no, you're not making a big deal out of it. So anyways, next week in school, Monday. Comes in on Monday, has actually completely forgotten about the weird incident with, like, Ben, the Skibidi Bop toilet kid. Completely forgot about that whole incident, right? And once again, it's towards the end of the day, and he's kind of hanging out with a few of his other friends. Actually, Alex is there too. And they're in the same spot as before, so he's at his locker. And Alex is, like, facing one way, and Ben is facing the other, so they're, like, looking at each other. And Ben is just like, oh, sorry, not Ben, Will is just chatting up with Alex, and he just sees Alex, like, have a weird look on his face. He's like, what, bro? And Alex is like, yo, dude, turn around and look behind you. So, yeah, sure enough, Will turns around, and he looks, and he sees, like, around the corner, this Skibidi Bop toilet kid is such a funny name. Ben, right, is just, like, creeped around the corner, like, looking at him. Like, he is, like, just a little bit of his head peeking around the corner, so just, like, his eyes peeking out. Dude, it's actually, like, the most uncomfortable, creepy thing you've ever seen. So this completely reminds Will of what happened that last Friday, and he's like, dude, like, Alex, you remember that kid I was telling you about? And Alex is like, yeah. At this point, Ben is like, he like ran away or something because he realized he was caught. He's like, dude, remember that kid I was telling you about who's being all weird? And Alex is like, yeah. He's like, dude, that's the kid. And Alex is like, dude, you're actually screwed if that's the kid. Like, that's so creepy. And Will's like, dude, like, shut up. Like, I'm not actually screwed. Like, it's just some stupid kid, right? And Will's like, Alex is like, dude, I don't know about that, man. Like, that's kind of creepy, man. Like, that's not a normal thing to do. Like, what you're witnessing right now is genuinely not normal, bro. Like, it's actually really weird. Yeah, so sure enough, it's just kind of like, it's just an uncomfortable situation, you know what I mean? Like, bro, if I was in this situation, I actually don't know what I would do. I think I'd need to be surrounded by my friends at all times. I wouldn't go to the bathroom alone. I wouldn't do anything alone. I would need to, like, coordinate my movement with everyone. And, I don't know, maybe I'd go on the dark web and put a hit on the Skibidi toilet. I'm just kidding. I'd never do that. Don't do that. Anyways, so yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All I can really say about these days is kind of like the strange occurrences just keep happening. Like, they just keep on happening. I guess that's all I can really say. It's just like Ben is showing up at really weird times where it makes actually no sense for him to show up. His locker is basically on the other side of school. The only class they have together is that first class. And, like, every single day in class, like, so once again, Will's not sitting in the back of the class, he's sitting in the middle, but every single day, he just, like, feels the feeling. You know the feeling of, like, someone's looking at you and, like, you turn around and no one's there? Well, imagine you have that feeling and you turn around and Skibidi Bop Toilet Kid Ben is just staring at you. Bro, it's, like, actually the scariest thing ever. Yeah, so it's just been a really weird week. And once again, Ben is in the same position that he was a second ago. Not a second ago, exactly a week ago. And this happened 1 week ago, right? So he is once again at his locker. And he even told his friends, he's like, yo, boys, like, don't leave without me. But, you know, things happened, whatever. I think they got distracted. And, yeah, they walked back without him. Which, like, L friends, I guess. But also, sometimes, bro, you just forget these things. It's normally not that deep. If it's, like, I don't know, man. If your friends are, like, consistently leaving you behind or whatever, then that's kind of an issue. And maybe you should either have a conversation with them or reassess your friendship. But if it happens once in a while, man, like, I'm so forgetful, bro. Like, I just forget to do things. Like, I don't know if you guys are Star Wars fans, but the Ahsoka series I thought it was pretty good. I know there's a lot of people being mad at it, and it wasn't like, there's some things I wish I wanted, but my friend and I every Tuesday would go ahead and watch it. I remember, like, at 9 o'clock, like, that was the plan to watch it, and at 9:15, I was talking to one of my friends. I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot. So sometimes, man, it just happens, but unfortunately, this was the worst timing possible for this to happen. So anyways, Will is at his locker, grabbing his stuff. Once again, it's on the later side. I think Will was chatting up some girl or something, so he got there a little bit late. No one is really there. And he turns around and he sees the Skibidi toilet kid again. And Will at this point is like, dude, like, you've been like following me around. What's up? Like, there's genuinely something up. So at this point, he just kind of confronts the kid. And Ben just grabs onto Will. Like, he just grabs onto him and starts dragging him towards the bathroom. And Will's like, yo, dude, like, what gives? This kid actually turns out to be surprisingly really strong. Like, surprisingly really strong. Like, the kid didn't look like a weak kid, if that makes sense. He didn't look extra weak, but he also didn't look extra strong. Like, you know those kids that are just, like, sneaky strong? Like, you don't even see it coming, but they're actually, like, sneaky super strong. Obviously, they're not going to bench 6,000 pounds, bro, because you got to be a little big for that. But, like, you can actually be really strong, and it doesn't look that way. Anyways, though, so basically drags him into the bathroom. And, dude, it is the weirdest thing ever. In the bathroom, there's, like, candles lit. And, like, the light is, like, turned off. So the only thing you can see is, like, the bathroom is illuminated by candlelight, bro. It's actually the spookiest thing ever. Real quick, though, if you made it this far into the video, I'd like you to comment toilet down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. And we'll just, I really like just to see how many people made it this far into the video, as it does help me out. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure you've rated the podcast 5 stars and you've answered the poll, Q&A question, whatever. And finally, I just want to say, if you're listening to this on YouTube or Spotify, whichever platform that you listen to my stories on, if maybe both, I don't know, the way that you can best support the channel, and is the best way to support the channel hands down, is just to sit down and like binge watch a bunch of my videos. Like, you can be drawing, I don't know, playing video games, trying to go to sleep, but also if you made it as far into the video after commenting the secret word of the day, also comment down below like maybe how many videos you've watched in a row or what you do while watching my videos. I just really want to see what you guys have to say, of like just the people who've like binge watched the videos really has helped out the channel, especially recently. If you want to know the best way to help out, it's just sitting down and watching a bunch of videos. So if that's something that you do, please let me know so I can personally say thank you, maybe heart your comment. I'm trying to get to as many comments as I can. There's just a lot of them, which I appreciate, but I really will try and say thank you if you do that, because it actually does help me out a lot. Yeah, but let's get back to the story, because I kind of did my little ad break thing in a pretty interesting spot of the story, if you know what I mean. So anyways, Ben drags Will into the bathroom. Will's like, dude, what are you doing? Drags him into the bathroom. Will's basically stunned, because he goes into the bathroom. It's like not pitch black, but the lights are off, and there's like candles that have like lit around. All 2 of the 3 stalls are closed. One of them is open. The toilet seat is up. And you hear, like, from, like, a mysterious speaker or something, like, Skibidi bop bop bop, yes, yes, Skibidi bop bop beep beep. Like, you hear the freaking song, the annoying song, bro. Okay, guys, if you like that song, it's fine. What I find annoying, you might love, and what you might find annoying, I might love. Like, that's super fair. But, bro, if you've been listening to this for, like, months and months and months and getting spam with it, then, like, literally anything would be annoying if you get spam with it that much. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, though, so, yeah, Will is just like, what? And Ben, the kid, is like, Skibidi, I have a sacrifice for you. And at this point, Will is like, Will was like, bro, I genuinely, like, felt weird about this, but I never saw, like, this is a whole new level. So anyways, because, like, Ben kind of steps away for a second to, like, speak to quote-unquote Skibidi, which is meaning he literally speaking to a toilet right now, bro might actually need psychiatric help. Like, oh my God. Anyways, though, like, at this point, like, this gives Will a second to break free. So Will turns around, sprints. Like, what he does is, like, there's a candle on, like, the, what's it called? Like, the sink, or the sink area. So he turns around, knocks over the candle, which, like, the 2 candles were right next to each other. So knocks them both over. So the place goes pitch black. And then he goes straight, because that's where the door is, goes through the store, runs down to the hallway, picks up his backpack super quickly out of his locker, immediately whips out his phone and calls Alex. He then goes over to debrief Alex of what just happened, and Alex is like, Cap. And he's like, bro, like, come now. And Alex is like, okay, whatever. So Alex, like, because they live really close. Alex walks back, and as soon as Will opens up, like, the door to, like, he opens up the door, leaves the school. Alex looks at him kind of laughing, but then Alex stops laughing because he sees Will's face, which is a face of genuine terror and dread. And Alex is like, dude, what? And Will's like, go, go, go. So at this point, they both start, like, running, and Alex is like, dude, what's going on? And Will's like kind of turns back for a second. He's like, look. And Alex looks back and he sees the door slowly open. And he sees like the Skibidi toilet kid slowly walking out. And Alex is like, dude, what? And so that's where the story cuts off. This story is super recent. Literally the subscribers went back to school yesterday on Monday. And I got this story last night. I'm going to be getting updates, or I'm going to at least ask this kid for updates. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get a part 2, but I'll definitely ask for a part 2. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the post notifications on, so you'll be notified when the part 2 comes out. Yeah, leave a like in the video.